Yesterday, somebody commented on one of my YouTube video asking me about recording a video on how a woman can be ruthless with a weak man. So in this video, I'll give you three scenarios in which your weakness can turn a woman ruthless towards you. How ruthlessly and in mean manner women will begin acting and behaving to you simply because you are acting weak with her. So let's look at the first scenario. The first scenario is when you go and begin showing too much of neediness towards a woman. When you go and begin chasing a woman, begin showing to her that you like her a lot, you want her a lot, and you desire her a lot, and you are willing to go to any extent in order to get her. So actually what Bollywood has brainwashed you boys into believing as if it shows your commitment and devotion towards women, and when you go and begin chasing a woman and begin showing too intense of interest into a woman, it actually proves your love to a woman, it proves your devotion to a woman. And simply because you are chasing a woman too intensely and going after her and trying to prove your love to her too intensely, you stand chance with this woman, because this woman would begin thinking that you really want her, and simply because you really want her, she will eventually submit herself to you and she will make herself available to you. So this is a wrong narration actually which has been fed to you by Bollywood movies. In reality, when you go and begin chasing a woman too intensely, or you begin going after a woman, expressing your feelings and love towards a woman, instead of showing yourself as a guy who really wants her and desires her, you actually begin putting yourself as a needy guy to a woman. You are not putting forward a positive image of yours before a woman by chasing her, by going after her too intensely. This is something wrong which has been fed to you by Bollywood movies. In reality, when you go and begin chasing a woman too intensely, you actually put forward yourself as a weak and needy man who is desperate for the woman. Boys, what you must understand is that in women's eyes or in women's view, sex is sex only when, sex is love only when they want to do it with some men. When some man wants to do sex with a woman, they begin looking at it and they begin taking it as a lust, and they begin looking at the men and they begin taking the men as a lustful guy who is after the woman in order to quench his lust through that woman. They are not looking at your intense love, your intense devotion towards them as love, as your affection. They are looking at it as your lust, and they are looking at you as a lustful, needy man who is getting desperate for the woman. And simply because of this reason, do not ever think that it is putting forward a positive image of yours to a woman and she is taking you positively. No, it is putting forward a very negative image of yours before a woman, and she is taking you negatively. Even when she is showing positive signs and expressions to you, maybe in her demeanor and maybe on her face, but somewhere at the back of her head, subconsciously, she is taking you as a weak, needy, desperate man, and she is looking at it as your weakness, that you are willing to die in order to get sex from this woman. This is how they are looking at it, and because of this reason only, they do not hold any value and respect towards a man who acts needy for them. And even when they give positive signs in their demeanor and behavior and in their expression, and even when they begin making themselves available to this man, They are doing it only in order to fulfill some of their motives through the men. Do not ever think that this woman is making herself available to such men who is going intensely after her because she has got impressed by the devotion of the man. No, she is going to this man, or she has begun going to this man only in order to fulfill some of her motives, some of her needs through the man. Otherwise, in reality, this woman is not holding any value and respect towards any such man who is acting needy for the woman, who is going after her too intensely, and who is getting desperate for the woman. And boys, you must understand that women are born actors. Even though they do not like the man, even though they do not respect the man, even though they are not holding any value into the man, they are still giving positive signals and positive expressions to the man in their demeanor and on their face only in order to fulfill some of their needs and motives through the man, simply because they know that this man is needy and desperate for me. So if I will begin making myself available to this man, I will be able to extract value out of this man. I will be able to extract lots of benefits through this man. And this is what women begin doing. They are not making themselves available to you with respect. They are making themselves available to you only for their mean motives, only in order to extract value and benefits through you. They are not holding any respect towards you, and because of this reason only, anytime you go and begin showing too much of interest into a woman, she either begins humiliating you for this reason. Obviously, the woman will get repelled by you. She may also get scared of you. And most probably, she will begin humiliating you, insulting you outright for this stupidity which you are showing before a woman, learning it from Bollywood, fake, scripted, made up Bollywood movies. Or in most of the scenarios, what this women do, what in most of the scenarios women do, they begin misusing the man. They begin exploiting him for his money and resources. They begin extorting the man, and they begin using the man in their favor in order to fulfill some of their benefits. This is what women do. Women are very smart and they know and understand more than you, and they become mature before you get mature. So in most of the scenarios, when you go and act weak before a woman, okay, showing your intense urge to a woman is not love. Do not believe in Bollywood movies. This is not how the woman is taking you and taking your intense urge which you are showing towards a woman. This woman is taking your intense urge as your lust, and she is looking at you as a needy, desperate, lustful guy. And consequently, and because of this reason only, she is not holding any value in you. She is unable to build any genuine interest and genuine respect towards you, and simply because she is not holding any value in you, and she is not holding any respect in you, either she begins humiliating you for the intense urge which you are showing towards the woman, or in many of the cases she begins misusing you in order to fulfill some of her needs through you, in order to extract lots of value and benefits through you. This is what happens in most of these cases, not only most, in all of the cases. In all of the cases where you go and show your weakness before a woman, act weak before a woman and with a woman by showing your intense urge to a woman, thinking as if you are doing something good, learning it from Bollywood movies, and it is going to help you win and it is going to help you impress the woman. You actually put forward yourself as a weak guy, and simply because this woman know that you are already weak for her, either she begins humiliating you for your interest into her, or she begins abusing you, misusing you, mistreating you, mishandling you, exploiting you, and extorting money and resources through you. So what do I always tell you? Women have no remorse for weak men. So do not ever think whenever you are going and showing intense urge into a woman, it is doing something positive to you. No, this woman is taking you as a weak man, and because of your weakness, she is trying to make use of this entire situation in her favor, either by boosting her own ego, by belittling you, by devaluing you, by disrespecting you, by making fun of you, or she begins extracting benefits through you. Monetary benefits, benefits in forms of favor, and many times benefits in form of free attention and free entertainment. So they begin benefiting themselves through you simply because they know that you are already weak for her. So this is first scenario in which your weakness can give an opportunity to women to begin misusing you, mistreating you, mishandling you, humiliating you. In second scenario, I have told you couple of times in couple of videos that women and society only blackmail and threaten men on the name of sex who are not bold enough to admit and accept their sexuality in public. Why? Because it again shows that you are a weak man. You are not bold enough to accept among public that yes, you are a man and you love and desire sex. You are not confident enough to boldly accept your sexuality and your sexual urge among public. So this is another scenario where you put yourself as a weak guy before a woman and before society. And as soon as women come to know, and as soon as society come to know that you are not bold and confident enough to accept your and to admit your sexuality among public, you take sex negatively. You take sex as a crime or sin. You yourself are thinking and taking and behaving as if you having desire of sex, or maybe you doing sex with some woman, you are doing something wrong. And simply because you yourself are acting guilty of desiring for sex and for doing sex with some woman, the woman and the society gets a weak point about you. They come to know that you are not bold enough, you are not confident enough. They come to know that you yourself are acting and thinking guilty of it. They get this opportunity to begin exploiting you and threatening you on the name of sex. And this is what happens in many of these cases where these women begin extorting expensive stuff and too much of money through a man. The men themselves begin feeling guilty of their act, and they begin showing weakness towards they begin showing weakness before women by acting afraid of accepting and admitting their sexuality. So this is another scenario where your weakness and where you go and act weak with a woman and show your weakness to a woman gives her an opportunity to begin threatening you and to begin misusing you and to begin extorting expensive stuff through you, simply because you yourself are not having positive attitude towards sex, simply because you yourself are thinking as if you have done something wrong by having the desire of doing sex with a woman, or maybe by doing sex with a woman. This woman gets the opportunity that this man is already scared of accepting and admitting his sexuality among public, so I can begin making use of this situation. I can begin making use of this man by threatening him on the name of sex. And then she begins playing her game with the man. And then she begins making the man fulfill her expensive demands. So boys, this is another scenario where you acting weak with women gives her an opportunity to begin misusing you, mishandling you, mistreating you. And women begin acting ruthlessly with you. When you will go and do this mistake of acting guilty of your sexual urge before a woman, the woman will leave no stone unturned in extorting whatever she can through you, because women are mean, women are opportunist. You give women an inch and they begin seeking an yard. It is all in their nature by evolution only. This is the reason why you need to act bold with women all the time in all the scenarios. You have no chance, and you can simply not do this mistake of acting weak with a woman and before a woman, because as soon as you go and act weak with a woman and before a woman, she begins playing her ruthless game with you, and then she leaves no stone unturned in making the best possible use of you in her benefit, in her favor. And she simply does not hold any respect towards you. And because of this fact, simply because she is not holding any respect towards you because of your weakness, because of the weakness you have been showing to her, she does not mind troubling you, she does not mind hurting you, she does not mind causing any harm to you, she does not mind bringing any losses to you, because you have failed in developing any respect into the woman towards yourself by acting weak and by showing your weakness. And now the third scenario in which you can act weak with women, and simply because you are acting weak with women or before women, she begins acting and behaving ruthlessly with you. The scenario is when suppose you two have got together, the woman has convinced herself, or maybe she got impressed by you, by your personality, and she has begun making herself available to you, but now you fail to maintain your masculinity, you fail to maintain your natural and bold masculinity, you fail to prove your emotional resilience and your emotional temperament and your strength to the woman. The woman will not take much time in disrespecting you and in leaving you. Women simply do not have any respect towards a men who are complacent, who are lazy, who are unambitious, who are dull, who have no purpose in their life, who have no direction in their life. Women want a man who are masculine, who are emotionally resilient, who have strong temperament, who have courage, who have strength, who are bold, who are confident, who have drive, who have fire, who can go out and keep on hustling hard to make their life better, to earn more, to build more, to accommodate more, to accumulate more worth, more affluence, more abundance around themselves. And as soon as you begin showing complacency in your behavior and demeanor, the women begin losing their interest and respect in you, and they do not take much time in losing their interest and respect in you. In order to keep a woman's interest and respect and attraction in you, you need to be on your toes. You need to be working day and night to help yourself progress and grow in your life. You need to be a man of direction. You need to be a man of ambition. You need to be a man who has this innate drive to become somebody, to reach to somewhere better. And that fire must be shown in your demeanor and in your behavior. And women actually have this sixth sense. They can smell a man like this from distance. Whether you are a man of fire and drive or not, a woman can tell this only by smelling you from distance. And you'll have to keep it alive throughout. Do not ever think that once you get the woman, or maybe once the woman begins making herself available to you, you can get complacent now. You can get dull now in your approach towards your life. No, in case of women, the game never ends. In case of women, you need to remain ambitious, and you need to remain energetic, and you need to remain in your masculinity. You need to be acting strong with a woman. You need to be acting bold with and before a woman. You need to be a man who is courageous, who is a risk taker, who can go out and face this world, who can go out and face the challenges of the world, who can go out and face the challenges of the world and can still bring more affluence and abundance home. You need to have a direction in your life. You need to be hustling day and night in order to make yourself and your life better. And when a woman sees you working day and night in order to make your life better, they naturally get inclined towards you. They naturally get attracted towards you. And it is what keeps their interest and attraction in you throughout. Because women are fleeting, their attraction and interest is fleeting. As soon as they see complacency in you, as soon as they begin sensing that you are getting dull in your life and you are losing your fire and you are losing your drive, they begin resenting you. They begin losing their attraction and interest and respect in you, and they do not take much time in leaving you also in many scenarios, especially if she is young. She knows I am young and I can go out and catch any man. So why to be with this man who has no drive, who has no direction, who is not going anywhere in his life? So boys, this is another scenario in which you acting weak with and before women can work against you, can kill your opportunity with this woman, can spoil the interest and respect and attraction that this woman may have in her towards you, and can give her an opportunity to begin misusing you, mishandling you, mistreating you, humiliating you, and she will begin acting ruthlessly with you simply because of your weakness, simply because you are failing in keeping up your masculinity. You are failing in showing your confidence, and you are failing in being bold before women and with women. Boys, I am telling you, you simply have no option of acting weak and showing weakness to a woman. It is simply not an option for you, because as soon as you go and begin showing your weakness to a woman, she begins humiliating you, she begins misusing you, she begins mistreating you, she begins mishandling you, she begins disrespecting you, she begins blackmailing you, she begins exploiting you, she begins abusing you, she begins extorting you. And I have told you many times that no woman has this power of misusing and mistreating a man. It is we men who go and act weak before a woman and give her this power and opportunity that she begins misusing and mistreating us. No random woman can come. No random woman can come and begin misusing you and mistreating you. Only when you will go and act weak before a woman and show your weakness to a woman, You will give her this opportunity to begin misusing you and mistreating you. And this is what happens in 100% of the cases. If you find anywhere a woman acting ruthlessly and behaving ruthlessly with a man, immediately know that it is the mistake of this man. It is this man who have given this woman an opportunity to begin mistreating him and mishandling him by acting weak before and with her, by showing his weakness to her. You simply do not have this option of acting weak before a woman and with a woman. You simply do not have this option of showing weakness to a woman. If you are in your frame and if you are dealing with all the women boldly, I'm telling you boys, no woman will ever be able to mistreat you, mishandle you and misuse you. It is we men, in most of the scenarios, if not 100%, then in 99% of the cases, it is we men who go and act weak with women and give them this opportunity that they begin acting and behaving ruthlessly with us. If we maintain our frame, if we keep on dealing with them boldly without fearing them, without fearing their actions, without fearing their any emotional tantrums which they often show and throw to a man, and if you keep on dealing with women smartly, boldly, out of your confidence, out of your natural masculinity, no woman would ever be able to play their game on you. No woman would ever be able to mistreat and misuse you. Women act ruthless only with men who go and show their weakness to them and act weak with them and before them. So boys, learn to be in your frame. Learn to act out of your masculinity all of the time. Learn to be bold. Learn to deal with women and their actions and behaviors and with their emotional tantrums boldly, always. You never lose your frame. You never lose your emotional stability. You always maintain your temperament. And you always maintain your frame with women and before women. And you act and deal with them boldly. You act and deal with them out of your brain and not out of your reproductive organs. And I am telling you boys, when you will learn to be in your frame always, all the time, with and before a woman, and when you will learn to deal with women straightforwardly and boldly all the time in all of the different situations and scenarios, no woman would ever be able to disrespect you, misuse you, mistreat you, mishandle you, and you will keep on earning the attraction and respect and interest of these women. The genuine desire, the genuine attraction, respect and interest that a woman may have towards a man, you will be able to earn only when you will learn to act boldly and deal with them boldly. Only when you will learn to act with them boldly out of your masculinity, and when you will learn to deal with them boldly again out of your masculinity, keeping your frame and keeping your resilience, maintaining your temperament with your brain and not with your reproductive organs. The natural genuine desire and respect and attraction of women you will be able to earn only if you learn to act boldly before them and you learn to deal with them boldly. So boys, these are three different scenarios where you acting weak with a woman make them deal ruthlessly with you and give them an opportunity to begin misusing you, mistreating you and mishandling you. So give up your weakness. Immediately tell yourself that it is simply not an option for you to act weak with and before women. Always, in all of the scenarios and with all of the women, you are dealing out of your masculinity and boldly, and you never give up your frame before and with a woman. You always, no matter what this woman is doing with you, before you, no matter what is going on between both of you, You always remain in your frame. You never give up your frame. Your masculine frame must always be there. And all the time, always, in all different situations and scenarios, with all different women, you are always acting, behaving, and dealing with your brain and not with your reproductive organ. This is the most important tip that you must take out of this video, that always in all different scenarios with all different women, you are dealing, acting, behaving with your brain and not with your reproductive organ.